And we were waving goodbye to strangers on the dock's wall, waving manically like our lives depended on it, and delighting in the returns. The ship pushes away from the oppressive walls of a grey dock somewhere near Cork, and before we know it, the land we know is just a speck in the distance. And then I see the tears on my mother's face, and see those tears mirrored on the faces of others. It seems everyone on board this ship is running from something, yet a collective heart is breaking. I wonder how many secrets have been brought on board and how deep they might run. Though young, I feel the fear of the unknown weighing down on my narrow shoulders, and I take my mother's hand in mine as often as I can. I hear the uncertainty in the snap of breaking bread and the pouring of hot tea, things that suddenly are alien and of no comfort as we slice through the Irish Sea toward another people's shore. Ireland has suddenly ceased being just a word in my mouth. Home has never meant so much, yet it is falling to pieces like a ragged cloth in my hands. I run as fast as I can out onto the deck, and there is no sign of land anywhere, not even that speck. Night is falling, and if I strain my eyes and search the horizon, I can see something touch the sky like an arc. A lighthouse that had disappeared from view, still its beam graces an ink-blue curtain, the last lights of home. We stand at the fire, built from many a nurtured candle, our toes balancing our bodies on the edge as we gift each other our stories. Our joined hands tremble with each new truthful breath. There will be no apologies on this night. We add fuel to an ever-increasing heat, our faces red and our hearts full. Embers glow brighter all the time as our wisdom clashes with fears of an uncertain tomorrow. Shard remains will hold the memories of laughter and wild abandon. We take this night and carry it in our hearts, keeping it safe until the next fire. We can only dream of it till then, but our dreams are enough. You spoke of cafes and relentless cold. You spoke of enchantment that could not survive anywhere else but beneath the gaslights of an otherwise dark street. You talked of cheap wine and strong coffee that soaked your mind in the long hours. When you had had enough of being lost inside your head for one day, you would finally go home, pulling your coat tighter, struggling against winter's own razor-edge story. You met with your fellow writers, rallying against your harsh, solitary lives, seeking solace in one another's oddness, and getting drunk with the sometimes dark heart of the creative life. Every so often raising a toast to how wonderfully strange you all were, you tried, I think, to teach whoever read your words a lesson on the joys of being poor, love and simple means being beautiful currency of the ignorant. Later you told of tragically explosive longing for another, a certain tortured passion found only in someone else's bed, and how you fought against it, basking once more in the golden love of your wife. You succeeded in a cruelly beautiful way to explain why a man may need to lie against the skin of another. It may be just something that happens here, a city where you can be whoever you want to be as long as it's never you. You told finally of how nothing can ever be the same in any other place, of how nothing could be the same now that you had the means for a comfortable life, as if money had tainted you somehow. Time has since taken you away from this city and this world. Words are slurred drunkenly in the same old cafes, where the poets carry on with their lives, solitary, tortured, beautiful. And sometimes they might talk of you, the man who led them here, poor but happy to a fabled, never-ending city. And so I find myself again in many a strange heaven. Visions of non-existent memories stroke the backs of my eyes, images flicker wildly. A kaleidoscope made of wild colours found in hearts. awakening in the darkness, and suddenly a hand on my hip and fingers through my hair. I sleep while the storm runs its fingers down the window panes. I could be in a million places, but I am there in that bed. Here I am delighting in some odd thing that puts my strange heart on the edge, pupils dilated in abandon of any reason, as I grasp a delirium in something so normal to others. Sunlight slices across a table, warming my hand a cautious few inches from yours, while strangers glide past the window, taking their stories with them. Coffee scalds my throat as I rush to tell you the next wonderful thing. Dancing in each other's darkness, arms wrapped tightly around our bad memories, as if they are gifts that brought us here so I could see you more clearly. Gaps in the recess of my mind are narrowing, and the shadowy spaces revealing the answers to some long-ago lost girl. A note pinned to her flesh says that whoever really sees her can keep her forever. It is a night of perfect sapphire from which she appears. Bare feet pick out a pathway that had changed, echoing the changes within her, but yet she half dances, half walks. Her feet rattle out a certain song that we all know but cannot place. She is sure of nothing yet everything. She scans the landscape, her eyes searching for the fire that will guide her home, lit by those who have gone before her. The sky is telling her a story of stars, a tale without end. Every shining thing is a guiding star that had led her to the places her heart needed the most. A journey which will have no finality, as the very soul is endless, and rich with gorgeous enigma. Our legacy are beautiful words caught by chance as they travel on the wind of change. The thoughts that come into our mind as their waves roll in as messengers. Flames in the home fires that for a split second spelt the word or formed a picture. Everything had given in to the blackest night apart from her. She can still feel the ground beneath her feet, and as it sings its ancient song to her, she dances the wild dance of connection, the dance that will never end.